Okay, so I have completed the same approach to both wings, and now I'm going to focus on the little antennae. Now female moths don't have quite as large of antennae as male moths, but obviously they still have pretty big ones. So I've sharpened this pencil as sharp as I can. I want it to be really sharp, and you have to be really careful that you don't press down too hard, otherwise you break your pencil lead and make a big smudge on your drawing. Now, I am not going to try to draw every single one of these little lines. I'm just going to try to give the idea of them. Okay, so that is the completion of that, and now I want to zoom out and show you that I've been working on the background. And when you're working on the background, you don't want to just make all the lines in one direction unless that's the look that you want. But hatching and cross-hatching and adding additional layers. Some areas can be made darker by layering a brighter, deeper color on top of the same color, maybe going in a little bit different direction. You can use the same approach where you are, kind of adding little circular I keep wanting to say brush strokes, but we're drawing, not painting. So lines, little kind of circular motions, maybe is the right word. You can also kind of lift your pencil lightly off the paper so that you're just kind of making a very light layer. That works too, to kind of blend outward like that. It's easiest to do this when you kind of rest your hand on the table beside it, and then you can just kind of rock your arm back and forth. Notice that I'm using kind of the side of the pencil instead of the tip for this. I don't want to try to add more background behind the antenna though, so I'm avoiding those areas. Okay, and then we can take the white pencil and do the same kind of thing. I'm pressing a little bit harder because I am trying to burnish the colors together, but I'm not blending them together as extremely as I did in there. So there's still a little bit of the white of the paper sparkling through. Okay, so I want to show you something. As I finished this, I realized that I really didn't want the whole sky to be a bright sunny blue, because these Saturnid moths actually fly at night. And so I'm going to put the night sky underneath, and then as the sky moves upward, it's going to change into day, just as kind of a symbolic background. And so down here, I'm going to layer darker blues on top of the lighter blues that I have, and I'm going back and forth and layering some darker colors, and then I'll kind of blend it all back together with a colorless blender. And I wanted to show you this so that you could, think about returning to your different works of art, and if it doesn't quite match what your original vision was, or if it doesn't quite have the same feeling, there's nothing wrong with adding some additional revisions. When your colored pencil starts getting down close to the wood, you want to go ahead and resharpen it, because when this wood rubs against the paper, it creates grooves, and that is just kind of a disaster.